My name is Sarah, and we're going to be going through a yin class today. So that means that we're going to move really kind of slowly. We're going to spend a little longer in some of our poses. We're going to do no music. So if you have music at home that you want to kind of place over my voice, feel free to do that. And we're just going to get started in a seat. So wherever we're practicing today, whether it's in the living room like me, or in your room, or outside, find some sort of a seat. And if that is challenging for you, feel free to put your back up against something, a bed, or a couch, or a wall. Good job. I see my little yogis also sitting up nicely. So finding a seat, the hands can rest on the knees either face down if you kind of feel all over the place and you need some grounding, some anchoring. Or if you need some energy, some motivation today, keep your hands facing up. Allow the shoulders to roll back and down. See if you can drop your chin and look sort of down at your ankles, or maybe you close your eyes if that feels safe and comfortable. And we're just going to start by taking some deep breaths in, filling up through your belly, through your lungs, through your chest. Exhale, let it go. Think about every time you breathe, filling up with whatever emotion is kind of getting in the way or making you feel stuck. So maybe it's anxiety, maybe it's nervousness, whatever it is. And on the exhale, think about that emotion just leaving your body. One more full deep inhale, fill it all the way up. This time with something that you need, something that you hope to carry with you throughout the day. Exhale, sigh it out. We're going to start our class today with our quote or our context. So thinking about this as you still maybe mindfully close your eyes or look inward. Our quote or our context today has to do with hope. If you only carry one thing throughout your entire life, let it be hope. Let it be hope that better things are always ahead. Let it be hope that you can get through even the toughest of times. Let it be hope that you are stronger than any challenge that comes your way. Let it be hope that you are exactly where you are meant to be right now, and that you are on the path to where you are meant to be. Because during these times, hope will be the very thing that carries you through. So allow hope into your practice today. Know that you are exactly where you are meant to be, even if it's on your mat, in your living room, in your bedroom, absorbing this class, taking in all the self-care that you need to get you through. Let's all take one final deep breath in. Deep breath out. You can start to mindfully call your eyes back. Maybe wiggling the fingers or finding some movement, whatever feels natural here. So maybe just moving the head from side to side, maybe taking some full circles with your neck. Moving slowly, gently, softly. If you've taken some circles, make sure you let it go the other direction. Starting to be curious in your body. So noticing one side feels different than the other. Just taking a mental note. Now let the shoulders roll back and down. Oftentimes we like to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. So let something roll off of that today. Good. And we're going to start just by taking a little twist. So sitting up nice and tall, letting both hands come onto your right knee. And then your one hand comes behind your back. So use the inhale to pull your chest up, and then on the exhale, you twist a little deeper. Looking over your shoulder. Head is nice and tall, like you have a string pulling it up towards the ceiling. We're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back and switch. So now the right hand grabs the front knee, back hand comes behind you. Inhale, pulling the chest up, and then exhale, taking that twist. Again, pulling yourself back into your body, noticing what feels stuck, tense, or tight. And we're holding for just a couple more seconds. Take one more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. Slowly untwist. Bring yourself back to center. Good job, you guys. From here, I want you to take the hands and interlace them behind your head. So first, I want you to pull your chest up. Good job, you guys. Opening through your chest, really sending your elbow points towards the opposite sides of the room. And then we're going to close. So we're going to curl and round and let that pull your head down towards your belly button. So oftentimes we're trying to hold our head up. I want you to allow gravity to do its job here. Let your head be really heavy, softening through your neck. One more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. And slowly lift your head up. From here, let your hands fall behind you. This time, let your heart and chest expand forward. Let the head drop back, looking straight up towards the ceiling or the sky. Good. Now slowly walk yourself back to center. We're just going to take these final couple seconds to loosen up a little bit. So start to do some circles. Good. Or almost like a little tornado. Good job, you guys. Moving up that tightness that might be stuck in our spine, our back, our hips. Once you've taken about 3 to 5 circles on one side, make sure you switch. Good job. Good. And then once you've completed your circles, we're going to start to make our way to our hands and our knees. So swing your legs underneath you. Let the hands rest down on the floor. And we're going to start with some cat-cows again to loosen up the spine. So take a deep inhale, drop your belly and look up towards the ceiling. See if you can lift your eyebrows up too, finding a little bit of movement in the face. And then exhale, curl, look towards your belly button and round. Inhale, arch and open, expand through your shoulders, through your chest. Exhale, curl and tuck, hollow through your belly. One more full deep inhale, looking up as high as you can. On the exhale, we round. Good, we're gonna come back to center and we're just gonna start to find some movement in our arms. So you'll notice we're trying to break up that stuck energy. So I want you to pick an arm, any arm, and I just want you to take some circles, opening up the shoulder. Doesn't matter which one you start out with. Take about 3 and then reverse the direction of the circle. So opening up, full rotation in your shoulder, noticing points that feel tight or tense or pressure, and then switch and choose the other arm, taking circles forward and back. Good. And then we're going to find our way back to center. From here, we're going to take the right arm. We're going to lift it up towards the ceiling like you're waving high. And then on the exhale, you're going to send it in the space underneath your armpit. You'll drop the back of the hand. You'll drop the head down to the floor. Good. The front arm can either extend forward so that you're on the points of your fingers, or you can wrap it around your back if you want to keep opening through your shoulder. Good job, you guys. And it's yin, so we're going to stay here for at least a minute or two. And in these spaces that we hold in stillness, we just think about observing the breath. So noticing where your inhale starts, what sensations it brings up in the body, and where the exhale begins. And if there's something that you need to think about while we're in these postures, something to distract the mind a little bit, maybe on the inhale you say the words to yourself in, on the exhale you say out. You just follow that pattern. We're here for about another 3 breaths. We're going to start to mindfully come out. So either bring that front hand, drag it back underneath your shoulder, or bring it from behind your back, back underneath your shoulder. We're going to come out the exact way we came in. So press into that hand, lift your fingertips up like you're going to dunk a basketball, and then on the exhale, come back down. Good. We're going to take that on the other side. Inhale the left arm up this time, and then exhale, thread it through. On the second side, maybe you start to think about relaxing your facial muscles, maybe softening your cheeks, softening the corners of your mouth, letting the tongue come off the roof of the mouth. Eyebrows start to soften. We're here for another 3 breaths. And slowly coming out, dragging that hand back underneath the shoulder. Inhale, reaching the arm up, and exhale, slowly release. And if I forgot to do this on this side, making sure you get those full arm rotations on the left side. I think I forgot that. Good. Now go ahead and press your hips back. Find your child's pose. Let your forehead fall. And as it does, remember to connect back with our intention. Back with your own idea of hope that you're carrying in your mind right now. Maybe start to massage the forehead from side to side. Maybe start to envision your own little idea or beacon of hope that has carried you through up until now. And starting to think about the moments, the people, whatever has gotten you through times that seem heavy or uncertain. And see if you can't plant a thought for yourself to be grateful. And slowly start to walk yourself back up. Let your hands rest on your knees. We're coming into hero's pose. So shifting your gaze sort of in between your knees. Let the chin tuck, let the head relax. And we're just going to take this little pause here to think about our next setup. We're going to be coming onto our bellies. So go ahead and extend yourself out so that you're on the belly. Let your hands, now I can see more of your little faces. Let your hands become a little pillow for yourself. If you have a pillow around you, a couch pillow, a bed pillow, a stuffed animal, a pet, whatever you want can rest underneath your forehead also. And we're going to start to find some movement in our hips. So your forehead can be down, mine won't, because then I'll be talking like this. So the forehead will be down on the hand. The knee is going to come up in the same height as your hip, and the ankle will be in line with it. I'm going to come back and stand in that posture so you can see what it looks like. So you should look like this. This is our half frog. You'll be lying down on your belly doing this, okay? If you want to fully extend your leg, you can do that too. If you want a little bit of a deeper twist in your neck, you can look in the direction opposite of that knee that's bent. And we will be here for a little bit. So doing your best to get comfortable, whether it's tracing your breath, whether it's calling the inhales and calling the exhales, whether it's bringing yourself back to your own idea of hope. Taking a couple more final breaths here. Giving yourself the opportunity to notice, because we are slowing the postures down and sitting in them for a while. Notice if that's more challenging. Oftentimes we think that the physical practice of yoga, the movements, the really hard postures are challenging, but sometimes it is hard to sit with ourselves. But honor yourself in trying and giving yourself permission to hit the pause button for a second. And we're going to slowly start to transition here. So bringing your chin back to the center. If your right leg is bent, which I think that's what we went with, you're going to bring your left hand underneath your shoulder. Your right wing is going to come out. And from here, we're going to just twist. So we're going to press into this hand and twist ourselves. Oh, now I did that wrong. So this is your wing. Your right hand should be bent and the elbow is up. So let's redo that. So we're here in our half frog with the knee bent. So the left hand is going to be bent. The right hand is bent. The left hand becomes your wing. So you're going to use that hand to pull you. So your right knee is up towards the ceiling. Right hand is making contact with the mat. And the left hand becomes your wing. You should feel this in your left shoulder. This is called broken wing pose. So it should feel like that a little bit in the shoulder area here. Think about breathing into your shoulder, taking full, deep, intentional breaths to soften the tissues in the shoulder, Again, taking a little sweep or a little scan of the body, softening through your face, your forehead, even your toes. Where can you release any tension that you might know or not know you have in your body right now? Good job, you guys. Slow, deep breaths in and out. Taking these last 3 to 5 breaths to really soften through this side of the body. Noticing what feels tight for me. It's in the top part of my hip. So intentionally sending my breath there to see what needs to release. And one final deep breath in. Deep breath out. Slowly unwinding, moving real slowly. So this side of your body might feel a little stuck. Good job. So bringing yourself back to center. We're going to take that half frog pose on the other side. So this time we lift the left knee up in line with the hip, ankle is underneath, and maybe we twist our neck in the other direction. So again, we're like this, lying down on our mats, forehead or pillow underneath our forehead. Taking these last 3 breaths on this side to even out. See if you can notice the depth of your breath here. The timing of each inhale and each exhale. And notice if the length of your exhale is longer, that's a good thing. Noticing how much you can release from the body. And we're slowly going to bring our chin back to center. I'm going to cue this so much better this time. You guys are going to be so impressed. So your knee that is bent, you're going to bend that hand and the elbow is going to face up towards the ceiling. Your wing comes out to the side. You're going to press into your rooted hand and turn yourself over, letting the ear fall down to your mat. Broken wing on the other side. Slow, deep breaths in. Slow, deep breaths out. Taking these last couple seconds of your breath to even out. Once you complete this last exhale, slowly start to unwind yourself. So bring yourself moving really slowly. Again, this shoulder might be a little tense. Bringing yourself back to center. From here, we're going to move into our Spinks Pose. So we're going to tuck the elbows towards our ribs. The hands and fingers can open up here. So I will show you the side version. You should look like a Sphinx. You can let the chin tuck down for now, letting the head drop, let the shoulders expand. Feel your belly press up against the ground. Take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. And from here, you're just gonna look towards one of your toes. It doesn't matter which one it is, just finding movement in your neck, making sure your feet are separated a little further than your hips. If you want a little more, if this posture is kind of meh, you need a little more openness in your body, you can come up onto your hands for seal pose, making sure your fingertips are spread to the edges of your mat and continue to turn your neck towards your toes. Good job. Good job. Take one more deep breath wherever you're at. And then exhale, bring your chin back to center. Go ahead and switch, look towards the other set of toes. If this is too much and you need to come back to Sphinx, that works too. Taking another 3 breaths here in this shape before we move forward. Notice the sensation again on each inhale, your belly making contact with the floor, like no need to hold it together. Just let it be soft. Let it enhance your breath. And then slowly bring yourself back to center. From here, we are going to transition to really start to wind down. But if you find that you need a little bit more movement in your body, like if you're like, oh man, I didn't know we were doing yin, and you really need a vinyasa or a little challenge in your life, you can start to move into that vinyasa. So that high push-up shape to low. Inhale for your up dog, and then exhale to your down dog. And just notice the length that you've created in your spine. Good, and then start to drop to your knees, sitting yourself back on your heels. Transition from your hero's pose. And then we're just gonna roll over to one hip and send both legs out in front of us. So go ahead and wiggle your toes, find a little movement in those. On the inhale, we're gonna reach up, chest up, arms up, head up. And then on the exhale, we're gonna reach towards the toes. So even if you're not touching your toes, you can find your knees, you can find your shins, you can find your ankles, and really let your biceps be really fully engaged. So pulling the belly onto the thighs. Every breath you take, you pull a little deeper Chin gets a little closer to your toes. And then when I count backwards from 3, you're going to let it deflate like a balloon. You're going to let it fall in whatever shape that finds in 3, 2, 1. So let it relax. Let the toes kind of flop out. Let the backs of the hands find the mat. Curl your chin. Head is heavy. And start to think about just allowing, accepting whatever shape you're in right now, accepting that you are exactly where you're supposed to be, taking care of you right now. And then on the inhale, slowly bring your body up. Let the left leg, left foot come on the inside of the right thigh. Think about pressing that knee down to the mat. Inhale, reaching up. And then on the exhale, reaching forward. Again, reaching towards the toes. You don't have to grab a foot. You can grab anywhere. Just let the head soften. Let the knee soften down to the mat. Slow, deep breaths in. Slow, deep breaths out. On your next breath, gently start to bring yourself up. We are going to find a little movement here. So the knee that is bent, bring that hand behind you. Front arm can just reach up and back, or you can lift the hips up and find your gate latch pose. So make it feel like a yawn in your body. Like let the hips reach up towards the ceiling. Let the chest open, the heart open, the head falls, and find your shape. Good job. Beautiful. For 3, 2, 1. Now slowly release. You can let that be like real dancer-like if you want, and then switch your legs. So on the inhale, the arms reach up. On the exhale, we reach forward. Head drops, knee drops, legs soften. My cat decided to make an appearance on that one. Slowly start to lift the body up. Again, the knee that is bent, the hand will plant, either just reaching back or lifting the hips, completing your gate latch on the other side, expanding through your body, taking up as much space as you can. Hips open, heart open, head back. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Come back to center. Good. So from here, we're going to sit in a cross-legged position, back by popular demand for some of my students. We're going to pick a leg, and you're going to cradle it in your hand. I know, I see you. I knew you would like this one. So we're going to just rock it like a baby. If that is too much, you can scoop underneath and also rock like a baby. So this is to find movement in the hip. Good. Sitting up nice and tall and really kind of starting to iron out some of those wrinkles in the hip. Slow, soft, like a little lullaby, rocking back and forth. Take another deep breath in and another deep breath out. And then slowly start to place that leg down and grab for the other. So noticing if one side feels a little more fussy than the other, then you probably really could use this rock. Soft, gentle movement. Our hips are where we store, you always hear me say this, really big, strong emotion, anxiety, stress, anger, resentment, sadness. So the more we break up the tissues and things that we tuck away in our hips, the more we're actually doing the real work, which is healing, letting go, softening. Take these last couple breaths here, filling up on each inhale, fully releasing on each exhale. Good. Slowly start to release that shape. Go ahead and bring both feet to touch like a diamond shape or a butterfly shape. Know that you have control of this posture, so the more that you pull the heels in towards you, the more of a stretch you're going to feel. And start to grab for the tops of your feet. On the inhale, let that pull your chest and heart open, spine long. And then on the exhale, start to drape over, let the head curl, chin curl, finding your sleeping butterfly shape. Again, this time envisioning just like the process of a butterfly, almost like you're in your own little cocoon here, in your own little time and place of transformation. So caterpillars have really no sense of what they are going to become, only that there is something in them that is calling them to be something bigger than what they currently are. And I think that's very much related to our context, because I believe what they have to carry them through is hope. Hope and faith in something bigger, better, and more beautiful. Know that we are all in a process of transformation right now. And there is something bigger, better, and more beautiful for us waiting on the other side. Take another deep breath in. And another deep breath out. One more just like that. Full deep inhale. Exhale, sigh it out this time. Slowly start to lift up. Close your knees as if you're closing a book. Give yourself one little tight squeeze, maybe the forehead curls for a second here. And then we're going to start to make our way onto our backs. So adjusting yourself however you need to. I like to extend the arms out and then slowly roll down. From here, I will hug my knees into my chest, giving myself a real deep squeeze. Good. And then let the heels plant down. Let the arms come out like a T shape, like you're going to hug the ceiling. And then drop your knees over to one side. Again, if you want that deeper stretch, let your gaze be in the direction opposite of your knees, so your neck is finding some expansion and depth too. We'll be here for 5 breaths. And then slowly start to bring your Eyeballs back up towards the ceiling. The knees start to come up towards the ceiling. We're going to send our fingertips behind our heels, and we're going to just take a little bridge pose in between. So exhale everything out of your body. On the inhale, you press into your heels and lift your hips up like a bridge. You can clasp your hands underneath you if that feels comfortable too. Sort of nestling the shoulders in, hips up towards the ceiling. Good, we're here for 3, 2, 1. Nice job, you guys. Good job, Asha Jo. Slowly start to bring your knees down, your hips down. Let your arms expand once again and then drop them over to the opposite side. Evening out your twist here. So when we twist, imagine you're wringing out a towel, because that is what you're doing to your spine and your body. You're letting go of what the body no longer needs, the toxins, the stress, the negative energy. Everything is releasing. And on your next breath, slowly send the knees back to the center, the chin back to center. We're moving into our almost final shape here. I really want to send you off with this tool to use beyond this class. So we're going to move into legs up the wall. It's just lifting your legs up towards the ceiling. Your hands can rest on your belly or by your sides. You can hold the backs of the knees if that's too much. This is a great posture to do right before you go to bed. If you have an actual wall to press your hips and legs up against, that works even better, because you can hold it for longer periods of time. If you do this 10 minutes before you go to bed, it's going to set you up for a really calm and deep sleep. Sets you up for better concentration and alertness throughout your day. Good. I see some of you using beds, couches. This all works. So great for the body, making your heart work less, sending new oxygen, fresh blood for you. And we're here for about another 30 seconds. So if this is fatiguing in your legs, don't be afraid to support yourself. If you find that your mind is wandering and you need something to do, you can make some circles with your ankles. You can point or flex your toes, finding some movement in your feet. We'll take one more deep breath in. And then exhale, just go ahead and bend the knees. Let your feet find the floor and let your hands find your belly. And we're going to take 3 cleansing breaths before we move into our final relaxation pose. Each breath gets deeper than the last, and each breath allows you to let go of anything that you might still be holding on to towards the end of class. Exhaling everything out of the body. Inhale, fill up. Pit of the belly, lungs. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, fill up. Pit of the belly, lungs, chest. Exhale, let it go. Third and final, full deep inhale. See if you can fill all the way up to your heart space this time. Exhale, sigh it out. From here, I'd like you to move into the most comfortable pose that you can find for yourself. It could just be extending the legs and the arms. It could be curling up into a tiny ball. It can be coming back onto your belly. It can be in a seat. Whatever it is, find the shape for yourself. We'll take these last couple seconds to be guided through our little final meditation. This video will be recorded, so if you need to hear this meditation again at any time, feel free to access it. It is a gift for you to continue to pour into yourself. So before we move into meditation, let me remind us of our context or our quote for today. Hope. If you only carry one thing throughout your entire life, let it be hope. Let it be hope that better things are always ahead. Let it be hope that you can get through even the toughest of times. Let it be hope that you are stronger than any challenge that comes your way. Let it be hope that you are exactly where you are meant to be right now, and that you are on the path to where you are meant to be. Because during these times, hope will be the very thing that carries you through. If it feels safe, you can allow your eyelids to close or just shift your gaze inwards. If the eyes are closed, allow your eyelids to become little projectors for our gratitude meditation that we're about to move into. Eyelids become the projector screens or the ceiling. And as you sit in your stillness, full of hope, allow yourselves to be fully present and aware of everything that you have to be grateful for in this moment. Some I can guide you through. Some only you can see and know for yourself. Start to see the faces, the smiles of those around you who are carrying through this thing that we call life, and who are helping you to move forward. Start to feel the sensations of happiness, gratitude, pure joy that you have when you're surrounded by these people. Family, friends, loved ones. Start to let the feeling of gratitude flow throughout your body. Start to see the moments that come to mind when you think about joy, happiness, and gratitude. The moments and memories that are getting you through this pause in life right now. The moments that you get to continue to look forward to. Start to think about the simple things in life that we often take for granted or rush through. The sound of the birds chirping, the white, puffy clouds moving through the sky, the beautiful sunrises and sunsets that maybe we now have a lens for when we get to pause. The smell of our favorite food, the sensation of our blankets or our sheets and our beds that we get to wake up and sleep in. The small things that are often forgotten, but still so very important. And start to think about even the things we carry within our own body. Beautiful smiles, beautiful eyes, our lungs, giving us the ability to breathe. And so many people are fighting for a breath right now. Call yourself back to the gratitude for what your body is able to do for you each and every second of every day. Because in its own unique way, it's a miracle. Be thankful for your heart, because it's called you here. It's called you to this pause, to this place of self-care, so that you can take a second to not feel selfish for taking care of yourself, taking a load off. hitting the pause on this crazy thing that we're all calling life right now, so that we can polish ourselves here in these moments of stillness. In doing so, we deepen our relationship with ourselves. And there's no greater predictor of happiness in life than our relationship with ourselves. Taking a second to be grateful for you, for stepping into your space of stillness today. And in these final few moments of gratitude, feel free to move through the slides that only you know and see. The slides that bring you happiness, fulfillment, joy, and gratitude on a daily basis. And when you're ready, take a full, deep, intentional inhale. Exhale, let it go. Slowly start to find movement in your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, maybe making some tiny circles with your wrists or your ankles. Good, and then when you're ready, reach your arms up and over your head, taking a nice good morning stretch, taking up space. If you're still lying down on your back, even better, taking up full space. And then hugging your knees into your chest, giving yourself a deep, big squeeze. Using that momentum to kind of rock you back up into a seat, just as we started with in the beginning of class. We'll all take one full, deep, expansive inhale, reaching the arms up and overhead. And then exhale, slowly allowing the hands to just fall back onto your lap. Final deep breath in. Final deep breath out. The light in me sees, honors, and knows that there's a light within each and every one of you. So keep shining. Deepest of gratitude from me to you for allowing me to guide you through these shapes, through this movement, through this yin class today. I hope it's helped you find some relaxation in your day and give you a hopeful context to move throughout the rest of the day. So thank you all again. Namaste. I hope to see you soon back on the mat.